Before I start reviewing, since last year, I want to say a couple things. Quit asking when the next Donut and Dougie's here. It is coming, don't worry. That's all I see in the comments nowadays. I also received these other comments, non-video related comments, "Oh, what kind of engines do you use in your videos? Please tell me. Can I voice in the next Donut and Dougie? It would make me very happy if you do. You let other people voice, and I really want to too. I have a good voice." Yeah, the only reason why I let those 3 voice actors voice Cody Fell engines because they're my best friends, okay? I don't know, half the people that are subscribed to me. So, yeah, ask me non-video related questions in the channel discussions, not on any random video, okay? Please. Also, people were asking where my old videos went. Well, I kind of made a lot of them unlisted because they are pure cringeworthy, including my old reviews. And I made them unlisted so you cannot see them. No, I'm just kidding. You can still view them in the playlists. 1 year ago? Dang, my channel's old. Anyway, let's start the review. No, that's not Percy. That's not Duck. That is my OC. Yes, I have a Thomas OC. Bite me. Bear in mind, I'm going to be using just photos in this review. I'm not going to be using clips. I use iMovie on the iPhone, not Sony Vegas, okay? Now, after that minute and a half of nothing but me talking, let's start the review. And I'm going to be reviewing all the seasons of Thomas the Tank Engine. And what season's better off to start with than Season 1? It's not the first TV adaptation from the Railway series told, but it definitely is the first successful. Okay, Season 1, My Childhood. There's not much to say about it. To be honest, there's literally not that much to say about this season. And also, to be honest, this season isn't even in my top 3 favorites. Probably not even in my top 5. Why? Well, you guys are gonna hate me for saying this, but it doesn't have much energy as, say, Season 2 or Season 4. And definitely Season 5. Honestly, all I think of when I think of Season 1 is just a train puffing down the line. That's it. And crashes. No, I probably shouldn't be talking. The crashes are like the highlight of the season. Alright, so let's just review the episodes, because, yeah. First up, we got Thomas and Gordon. The first ever episode of Thomas the Tank Engine. And I like this episode. It's original. It's a nice episode to start off with, and gives a really good lesson. But I don't know if Gordon's payback journey requires as filler. But I'm still gonna give it an easy 8 out of 10. Edward and Gordon. Believe it or not, this is the first episode of Thomas the Tank Engine that I ever saw as a kid. And I really find it more original than Thomas and Gordon, to be honest. I think this should have been the first episode. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. The Sad Story of Henry. Oh man, I love this episode. There is no happiness in this episode. Besides some worker giving Edward and Gordon their happy face mask while they're passing Henry in the tunnel. Yeah, there is... this episode literally ends off with Henry stuck in the tunnel miserably. That's the last shot. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. It is original. Okay, Edward, Henry, and Gordon. I think that's the order. Anyway, yeah, this episode's pretty good. I mean, it starts off with Henry still in the tunnel, which I really like. I like 2-parter episodes. I like the story of this episode and how Henry actually gets out of the tunnel. Gordon stops the express because he can't pull it anymore, and Edward comes to push it, but he can't push it. So Henry gets out of the tunnel so he can pull it with Edward. We've done it together. That is just... I like this episode. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Thomas's train. It's pretty good. I mean, it's original, but, I mean, it is boring at some times, to be honest. Giving it a 7 out of 10. What the hell? What is this dude doing? What is that dude doing to make Henry feel better? Henry and this workman are just looking down at this guy like, what is he doing? What is the point? Thomas and the Trucks. I really like this episode. This was a good episode. I like the story of this episode, and Thomas's journey in this episode. The music while he's puffing into Henry's tunnel, puffing up Gordon's hill, like... I really like that theme. Why was that theme never used again? I mean, that's a really good theme. I mean, there's plenty of times in the show that Thomas is pulling trucks that you could use that theme. 9 out of 10. I know what I said earlier, there are some boring episodes in this season, trust me. Not this episode, though. Thomas and the Breakdown Train. I like this episode. I mean, my only fault with it is that we didn't see James crash. I mean, that would have been a cool crash. I mean, I get the budget was low back then, but I still would like to see James crash. 8 out of 10. James and the coaches. It's good, but it honestly is boring at some parts. I mean, 7 out of 10. Troublesome Trucks. I mean, yeah, this was a pretty good episode for James. I mean, yeah. 8 out of 10. James and the Express. Yeah, this episode was pretty boring, to be honest. 6 out of 10. Bro, what is James staring at that gives him this creepy-ass rape face? Are those coaches hitting you in the back? Thomas and the Conductor. I mean, this episode's literally just Thomas on his branch line, and he misses the conductor. Also, a 6 out of 10. Thomas Goes Fishing. Honestly, my least favorite of the season. Yeah, I mean, nothing really happened in this episode besides Thomas going over a bridge and saying, I'm going the best, and everyone fishing in his water tank. Yay. 5 out of 10. Thomas Terrence in the Snow. It's a snow episode, and it has the first crash of the series. 7 out of 10. Thomas and Birdie, which has a race that takes up almost the whole episode. Yeah, 6 out of 10. Tenders and Turntables. I like this episode. I mean, I like everything about it, but my only peeve about it is that Henry had no involvement in it. I mean, he's supposed to have the story of Henry and the Elephant, which should have been in the first season, but no, it somehow just got pushed into season 4. Yeah. 8 out of 10. Trouble in the Shed. This is a good episode. I mean, it introduces Percy and has a good story. I mean, yeah, 8 out of 10 too. Why do these engines look like this? Edward looks like he's about to freaking rape Sir Top Matt. Thomas is in La La Land, high as shit. And Percy... he knows we're watching. Percy runs away. It's a good episode, and that's it. 8 out of 10. Cole. Yeah, nothing else to say about it. It's good. 7 out of 10. Oh, the Flying Kipper. I like this episode. Okay, I like snow episodes, and I like night episodes, and I also like big crashes. The crash before this was crashing into a snow mound. Yay. Yeah, this episode deserves a nice 9 out of 10. Whistles and Sneezes. What an original episode. I like this episode also. 9 out of 10. Toby and the Stout Gentleman. I like this episode because it just has Toby in it. Like, he's the only engine that appears. I'm not a Toby fan. I'm still going to give this a 7 out of 10 because it is dull at some parts. I can't really remember all of it. Thomas in Trouble. I mean, yeah, it's a good episode, and I mean, there's not much to say about it. 8 out of 10. Dirty Objects. I like this episode because it has James in it, and it has a cool crash. I love this crash. Okay, 9 out of 10. Off the rails. Yeah, that's all about this episode. He just goes off the rails. Yeah, 6 out of 10. Down the Mine. This was a good episode, but I still can't believe that this was originally the pilot of the series. I mean, you have Annie and Clairbo appearing and references to Off the Rails. I mean, okay. 7 out of 10. Is this dude fingering Thomas? He's fingering Thomas. This dude is fingering Thomas! Thomas's Christmas Party, the last episode of season 1. It's a good episode to end off with, but it's honestly a kind of a dull winter episode. Even though I like winter episodes, but give it a 7 out of 10. Alright, my final words about season 1. It's a pretty good season. I mean, yeah, it has its moments, but it also has some dull moments. Introducing your characters can be interesting, but they made it kind of dull, which is kind of sad. It is the first season, but it is a good way to start. I mean, not the best way, but a good way. Yeah, I'm gonna give this season a 7.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching, everyone, and be sure to check out my other videos because there are more videos on the way. Don't and Dougie, stories from Sodor, Purpose Playtime, and Big Engine 87 reviews right now, and Earl remakes. I'm currently making a Percy Takes the Plunge remake, so yeah, be on the lookout for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.